Little bogus.
Little bogus says, Dakota, what's your favorite reptile story?
That's a good one.
I don't know. That monitoring one was pretty good, man.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was a roller coaster of emotions that day.
And you were filming that.
Yeah, I got my reaction. Now, it is on my cell phone, so the quality isn't there, but...
Yeah, but still.
The emotion is.
The emotion definitely is there, and it is heartbreak.
Oh, my gosh, that's crazy. But at least you got one. I mean, hatching one is still...
Yeah, it's better than... I mean, I've had these things for a year and a half now, almost.
And they'll probably lay again, right?
Yeah,
every 4 months or so?
Yeah. So we'll get another clutch, There's
time.
always next time.
Yeah,
that's right.
And now you know that little bastard male.
yeah, you gotta get him out
as soon as I see him, I'm gonna.
Yeah, you just stick him in the freezer as soon as he's done breeding.
Yeah,
cool him down.
Yeah, cool him down a little bit.
We need him to chill out.
Mike's in the house. What's up, Mikey?
He says, just getting out of work, hoping everyone is doing well today. And we're
doing good, man. Thank you so much, dude.
This is my favorite. So Silver Cash says, for my bro, Simple Man, and I'm from Alabama. And then Simple Man says, for my bro, Silver Cash.
Oh, my God.
And then, wait, hold on. We got one more. And then Amber says, for Simple Man and Silver Cash, chat fam. Yeah, gang, baby.
Amber, gang, man. Gang all over, baby.
We appreciate you guys so much, obviously.
You guys are fucking dope,
You're
man.
You're going to need to teach me how you do this.
These guys do it. I just am here for, I'm just here
You know
for
what
amusement.
it is? We put the chat up mad early, and they get all bored in there, and they talk to me forever. And I'm just kidding. No,
it wasn't for Jay. It wasn't for Jay. He's like enticing him on. He's like,
yeah, I'm like, you better make sure that Brian performs. You got to throw him $5, Silver Can.
Brian said he's not talking unless you throw him $4.99.
Yeah. How else are we supposed to build this
is
zoo?
Actually a good one with Mike.
Yeah, Mike says, Brian, any thoughts on Ben leaving R&B? I'm sure Ryan will do great and Ben will be missed.
What?
I did not know this.
What? I did not know this either.
So now that it's public, I've known about it since it happened, which was just recently, not too long. Ben called me up a couple weeks back, maybe 3 weeks ago back, and
I remember
just
you saying something about
said
this,
just, like, listen, I before everyone knows, I want to let you know I'm stepping away from R&B Reptiles. And he said, me and Ryan are great friends. There was no whatever. Ben just recently got married, and he said I wasn't really a reptile guy. I was a people guy.
Yeah.
He goes, so I was the guy that was kind of doing the people work. Ryan was doing the animal work, and he said, I just need that those 12 or 15 hours a week of my life to put to my family as opposed to the business. Ryan is a great guy, very capable, and he will, listen, Ben's a great guy, and Ben's not going away. He's still around. Yeah. He's still friends with all of us. He's going to, I'm sure, help Ryan out and stuff like that as well. But Ryan will do fine. Ryan's a smart dude. He's a good guy. I've gotten to know him a lot more over the last little bit, and he's I'm sure Ben helped him. Yeah. But it's not like it wasn't like a breakup where it was like, oh, there's a bunch of dirt or tea on this stuff. You know what I mean?
So I shouldn't expect any YouTube drama coming out of
No,
this?
there's no YouTube drama coming out because, and I've talked to Ryan since, I've talked to Ben since, and everything's kosher.
Everything's good.
It just was a situation where Ben wanted a little more time left. Listen.
It makes sense, getting a new family and everything, getting married.
Life changes.
Yeah, and I think that he, just got married, so I think he's looking at wanting to have kids, and life is busy for him. Yeah. And so he's like, do I really want to spend this 15 hours a week that I'm spending on this business that, and as you know, with the reptile business, in the beginning, it's hard because you're investing almost all your money back in.
And you're not making any money back.
Yeah, you're not making it because you just keep spending it. So you're kind of just wasting all that, not wasting that time, but you're building a collection with that time. Ryan will be fine. Ryan will be fine, and Ben will be fine. Yeah. And I'm sure Ben will still be around from time to time.
Much love to
I know
both of
I'll
them.
stay in touch with Ben. But yeah, no drama there at all.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. I'm glad. Jade says, how much should a ball python weigh at 11 months old? Mine is 512 grams. Is that good? Yeah. Suffering from a hangover, but sending love. Much love, Brian.
Jade, you've been hitting it a little hard.
A little hard, baby.
That's not bad. I think that you want to be somewhere between 500 and 800 grams at 11 months, right in that range. So you're right in the wheelhouse. Yeah. You're fine. You're fine.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Mike the jeweler says dibs on those Boega for sure.
All right. Yeah. Well,
so we're going to have a battle royale coming.
Yeah. We're going to get all four. Well, Dakota's out.
Oh,
you don't want the melanota. You don't want the melanota.
Oh no, hang on. I didn't say that now.
No. You're already off the list.
No.
See,
the list is already crossed out.
This was the list right here, and your name's not on it anymore.
Isn't that a shame,
so
dude?
sorry, man.
All right, two toke geckos.
All right.
One boy got two tokes.
I want to granite.
Oh, and one of those green galaxies, bro. Don't forget the green galaxies.
Oh, the Greek it's green galaxy, right?
I said green. I didn't say
Galaxy.
Greek.
I didn't say Greek.
Greek galaxy.
Galaxy.
That sounds like a good movie, though.
Better.
That's a good restaurant, dude.
Throw in a Greek salad.
yeah. If you throw in
It
some
kind of
Greek.
does. They kind of look like Greek salads.
Yeah, see that? They got
That's awesome.
beet pen. Oh my gosh, this is great. Why did they name them Green freaking Galaxy when they could have named them
Greek galaxy.
Greek Galaxy?
Yeah,
See,
Greek salad
you
scene.
gotta
I
come to
didn't,
me
I
for
didn't
name.
make the morph. I just bought it.
Listen, you got to come to me when you want to start to
get
market
good names,
stuff.
yeah.
You know, I've got the good names. I mean,
We got the
chicken,
names.
Chicken strip. And
Yeah.
fucking
Grits.
grits and waffles.
That's my favorite one right now. Is
Yeah,
grits has got me, bro. I
Grits
love it.
is great, man.
It's cute,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah. But waffles is so we have new black throat. Did you know black throat monitors smell like waffle? Well, they smell like syrup.
Yep.
It is crazy because now that I've smelled them in the past, obviously, but when we got our little one, you can't smell it. Number one,
Yeah.
He's tried. He spent hours doing it.
Yeah, I've been sniffing its cloaca. But now we have a big one, and even Lori smelled it.
I know. As soon as you
And she
open
was
the
like,
thing,
"Oh my gosh, it does smell like syrup." I said, "I know. Why?"
I totally forgot you had a black throat. The
Yeah, I
big
got-
one. I was
yeah.
like, oh my god.
dude, it's
Yeah,
beautiful,
cool, right?
man.
big.
It's a
Yeah,
big.
I like it.
By the way, did you know that I'm not sad we're naming it Waffles because
Okay.
I think it's a better name.
Okay.
But they didn't tell us what its name was when
What
we
was
got
it?
it. Its name was Bane. And I
Oh, that's
don't
good.
that's a good, that face looks like a Bane.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was
You know what I mean?
Say.
It's a good
Yeah.
name. Bane is a good name.
Yeah.
I still think Waffles is a better name for kids.
I think
but,
for us it works better, but
it works
Bane was
better.
a good one.
Bane-
I was
Bane
going
was a
with
good
home
one.
fries.
And
but
the
who
reason
knows,
is
you know?
that
Home fries is also good.
Yeah.
home fries
I know. That's what I thought.
Good too.
Just because you'd be like, here's my boy home fries. Just like,
Ever had chicken and waffles?
Of course.
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure you're American.
dude, I'm not American. I've never had chicken and waffles.
What?
Dude, you need to bring me somewhere right now, Brian. I need to get my
gosh, we
What
got
kind
green
of people
card.
do you hire?
I
here,
know.
Brian?
I
from
thought
New Jersey. We had pork,
I,
leg, and cheese. I don't know. That's what he asked. That's all
I
he
thought
asked.
we. I thought
I'm gonna
we
need some new management or something.
I
He
thought
said,
we vetted him.
Dude, he goes, is it pork roll or Taylor ham? And I said pork roll. He's like, great, it's fine. You're in.
Have you ever heard pork roll?
No.
Exactly,
Dude.
because you're not from New Jersey.
Yeah, that's
they're
all we
on their
got.
own, they're on their own planet. man.
Yeah, dude,
These people don't even understand. It's a fucking ham sandwich.
it's straight up his ham, bro. I've been saying it since I was a kid. Dude, I don't know because Taylor ham made it fucking into pork roll. I don't know, but it's hysterical that people
It's
argue
a ham
over it.
roll.
Yeah, I don't.
But
yeah.
they call it a pork roll.
Yep.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Pork is ham and
It's
ham.
both
pork
the
Yeah,
is-
it
same
is a
thing,
pork
but
roll.
still.
But everyone in everyone else in America calls it ham.
Yep.
But New Jersey calls it pork.
You guys don't even have it here, though.
No.
You don't got
We
pork
don't
roll.
want
Get
that
the
shit.
fuck
You guys
outta
don't have
here.
ham sandwiches here?
No,
No,
they don't.
we
They have
don't-
ham. They don't have pork roll. It's
Yeah, we have ham, not pork rolls.
Okay.
Yeah, it's so dumb,
Yeah.
dude. I'm
It's
just
whatever,
fucking with
whatever.
you. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Whatever.
Kristen, I think it's Christink. I always do get this one wrong. So, but she says, I have an egg that was wet. It molded half of it. I put powder on
Yeah.
and separate it. Does it stand a chance? Also, how do I set up an egg box for balls?
So, first off, yes, it does have a chance. It's just a matter of how wet it got. The mold is not necessarily. It depends what type of mold, right? Yeah. If it's white mold, you're fine.
Yeah.
If it's green mold, you might
Little
not
more
be.
dangerous.
Yeah, might not be in good shape there. As far as setting up the egg box, I use Hatch, right? I don't know if you ever used
use
Hatch,
Hatch
right?
Rite,
Yeah,
yeah.
Hatch Rate's great because then you don't have to dick with it.
Yeah.
Perlate's great,
just
but you got to,
pour it in,
you
good
got
to
to,
go.
you got to mix the water. You got to do all this. Just open the bag, you
Scoop
pour it
and
in the
pour.
box, bam, you're done. If you want to put eggs right on the Hatch Rate, you can because it's dry because it's a water isomer. If you want, you can use there's a few different things. There's like Sims containers now that have the inserts for eggs. There's a couple others.
Yeah.
I don't know all of them, but so I think Sims container was like kind of the OG of the
The egg
world.
trays,
so,
right?
So yeah, I mean, if you want to do that, but I don't use anything. I just put them on the Hatch Rite.
I just
Yeah.
put them right on the
Yeah,
hatch, right?
but yeah, so super simple.
Yeah, don't close your balls in the lid, and you'll
Yeah,
be good
don't
to go.
cross.
Drew Troit, good name. I like
Ooh,
that.
Drew
Says, oh, dude, you never met, or one dude you never mentioned is Jack Hanna.
Yeah.
You mentioned that,
I
dude.
mention him all the time.
I grew up with him before Steve Irwin was an inspiration for you at all, or was he an inspiration for you at all? Sad to hear about his illness.
Yeah,
talked
I
about
talk
that,
about
too.
Jack a lot, and Jack's a friend of mine. Well, I haven't talked to him now since he's got his issues and stuff like that. But yeah, no, Jack is a personal friend of mine, and so Jack was not only a huge inspiration. I mean, of course, I followed Jack before I met Jack. on TV, and I always loved his stuff. I loved him on Letterman. I loved him on Saturday morning TV. He always had, he had, Jack Hanna Into the Wild. He had Animal Adventures. He had several different series that were all really great, and I loved Jack Hanna. And then thankfully, maybe 15 years or so ago, I had the opportunity to meet him and hang out with him. Did a snake bites video with him actually, and then ultimately when they came up to this neck of the woods, I would do the reptile part of his animal shows. So I spent a lot of time with Jack, and I was really sad to hear that he has dementia. Of course, much like the R&B thing, I knew about it
before
about a year or so before it went public. So we knew that he was no longer doing shows because he didn't have the mental capacity to do it. So, but no, I talk about Jack quite a bit, and he's not only was he an inspiration to me prior to meeting him, but he was an amazing person after meeting him. Awesome. I remember when I tell this story every now and then that when my show on Discovery Channel aired. The day it aired, that morning, Jack called me, and he, out of the blue, he just called me up and he said, "Hey, Brian, Jack," and he's like, it's always that, "Hey, Brian, it's Jack," he's always stammering on his words and stuff. He's like, and he was right. He said, "Listen," he said, people are going to attack you. People are going to bitch about your stuff. He said, "Just don't let it bother you. Just enjoy this ride. It's it's amazing that you got this show, and I'm proud of you." And that was it was a great thing that Jack did that, and that was one of the last times I talked to him actually, because he stopped traveling shortly thereafter, and then completely shut it down. So I wish him the best. He was a legend, and still is.
Sure.
Still is.
Sean Brooks says, "I am still kind of new. If you breed a 66% het to a 100% het, what would the babies be?"
So it depends. So I'll try to explain, Dakota. You can feel free to jump in if you want. Okay, so when you breed a het to het, 3 of the 4 are het.
Yep.
But they all look the same, right? So that's why they call them 66% hets, right? So it's not that a 66%, it's either a het or it's not a het.
Yes.
So if you breed a 66% het to a het, you could do one of two things. You can either be breeding 200% hets, because the 66% turns into 100% het, or you're breeding a 100% het to a normal, and that means you produce 50% hets. That means 2 out of every 4 are hets, but they're 50% heterozygous. So if you so you're really only breeding 100% hets or het to normal, but they call it 66% het because 66% of a het to het normal breedings, the normal looking babies from a het to het breeding are 60% chance. Now let me throw another wrinkle into your situation. Let's say you bred 99 66% hets, and none of them were het. They were all non-hets. The 100th is still 66% het.
Yes.
It doesn't matter how many. So
each one is its own odds.
Each egg is a 66% chance of being a het. But on average in Mendelian genetics, 3 out of 4 are het.
Yeah, over millions of examples.
Over millions of examples. But I've been unlucky where I bred 8 animals and none of them had turned out to be hets. And I've been lucky where I bred 4 and they've all turned out to be hets.
Or I remember one time, we had like possible het to possible het. I think albinos. We had all albinos in the clutch.
There was a possible het to possible het, and there was 7 eggs, all 7 albinos.
Yeah. I actually think we had twins in that too.
So I think there was
7 eggs, 8 albinos from pos to pos.
Yeah, and then my life went to shit after that.
It's all downhill.
I used up every amount of luck I had.
That's it.
Awesome.
Kristen came back and says, "FYI, it is Kristen. And the mold is a mix of white and green mold, but I swear we both felt it moving still. I did perlite water, egg crate, press and seal. Is that good?"
Yeah, that's all good. Sounds like you did everything right. So it depends on white is better than green, but if green is in the very end stages of incubation, like let's say the last week or so, you might be okay. But if the green starts to get wet looking, like where the egg itself gets wet looking, I mean, you've got some. But it sounds like you did everything right. Perlite water. I would suggest hatch right in the future because you could have overwatered it. That maybe is why you've got the fungus. Right. It's a very delicate mix. Whereas with perlite or with hatch right, you don't have to do it. You're not actually putting water. You're putting water gel. which is what they call a water isomer.
Yeah, almost like what's in an ice pack almost.
Right, exactly. It's very good, and it's very good.
Very good.
It's the best.
Very best.
The very best that you can ever have.
Elite.
Yeah, the best. That's right. You can
The
ever
one
have.
thing I know, it's water isomers.
Yeah. So I would
it.
suggest using that, and you probably won't have as much problem. But if you're at the end of incubation, I'm assuming you got to be towards the end of it. If you say you can feel it move, because when it's early, you aren't going to feel anything move. So yeah,
good luck.
I really, Kristen, I really hope you the best. I hope it works out.
Silver Cash says, Dakota, what is your biggest inspiration and what got you to where you are today? And do you have a life goal in the hobby?
Yeah.
Oh, my biggest inspiration, man. I think my biggest inspiration as far as the reptile hobby is going to be like you and Kevin McCurley.
Oh, well, thank you, man. I appreciate that.
You guys were the big titans out there.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's probably a 50-50 because you got like inspiration to the YouTube side and
Sure,
like
not
the
51-49.
Yeah, it sounds like a 51-49
Because
thing.
I mean, I would like it to be 51-49.
How many tokes do you have again?
Yeah,
How many
that's the
bodegas?
answer. Damn it.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Kevin's got a whole colony over there. I've been
Not
hearing
anymore.
No,
I'm just
No.
joking.
Oh no, he rebuilt.
We fumigated
I heard about
it.
Yeah. No, he's got a good colony
He's got
of
a good.
cokeys.
He's
Yeah.
coming back up. He's at like
Yeah.
what 60 now or something.
Yeah, he last time I talked to him, he was crushing it. Yeah. And but yeah, he's Kevin, he gets hot and cold on things where he gets like really into them, then he kind of goes away from it, then gets back into it. But no, he's crushing tokays.
I do that as well, and it depends on what hatches that day. And if something dies, like an egg dies, I'm like, fuck these crested geckos.
I'm done
with
forever.
crested geckos.
I'm
Like
not
we're
doing
selling all my crested geckos.
Yeah.
We're moving
I'm
to
letting-
this.
I'm letting
and
them
then
go
a
in
crested
Maine.
gecko hatches. I'm like, you know what? These crested geckos aren't that bad actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as far as a life goal, man, what I'm really trying to do now is trying to get some land.
Okay.
Nice, probably older house, 1800, something
Oh,
like
nice.
that. Yeah.
Something
Haunted.
ghosty.
Yeah, some ghosty. Ghosts are definitely going to be a requirement for the
Yeah,
property.
yeah. You
need
I was
free,
looking
cheap
on Zillow,
labor.
but that wasn't a check mark, so
No.
I'm going to have to talk to my real estate agent.
Isn't there like, I think there's a law, if I'm not mistaken.
Like you have to disclose
how
if
am I
there's
gonna look-
ghosts,
Can you
right?
can you punch it up? I think there's a law that you have to disclose. It's just say like, is it a law that you have to disclose if your house is haunted if you're selling it? Something like that. I'm just curious because I've always heard that, but you wonder if that's an urban legend. Like, do you really have to disclose your
I just
house?
love
Is,
the Google suggested ones.
Yeah.
Like, do you have to have health insurance?
yeah. Selling a house. Professor speaks on haunted house. Selling a haunted house. Let's see.
Oh, listen, we want to clear.
Oh, this is in
we want a
Lansing,
dry
Michigan,
cut
too.
answer.
With Halloween, just a few members sharing ghost stories among their family and friends. Oh boy, this is a lot.
I know.
to
It's
read.
always, I hate that
Yeah,
shit.
just get
It's
to
like,
the
give me the
fucking
answer.
point, man. Yeah. Is it-
Selling a haunted
Ask
house.
Jeeves
Oh, this is from Zillow.
Okay.
So,
what you need to know.
Yeah.
Most
Again. Why is
states
it
don't
always
require
ahead?
home sellers?
New Jersey, a seller must be trustfully tell a buyer if the property comes with phantom roommates.
Phantom roommates.
That's New
and,
Jersey.
and
Pork
pork and
rolls.
pork rolls.
Yeah. There you
God,
go.
we've been eating pork rolls.
Yeah,
and
come
there's
on.
a-
There ain't no
fucking-
Taylor Ham in here, I promise. New York State says courts will resign if a home sale if the seller creates and perpetuates a reputation that the house is haunted and
Okay.
takes unfair advantage of buyers' ignorance of the home's ghostly reputation. Weird.
Oh, so it's almost the
So it's state to
opposite that way.
state. So here we go.
yeah,
so,
let's go to Michigan. I want to see what Michigan has to say. I mean,
let's see.
if I sell my
These
house,
crazy people out here, dude.
yeah, Michigan's got,
Nope.
like,
They don't give a shit.
they don't give no.
Does not need to disclose any fact that there's ghosts in your house.
Well, there's
Even
no
if
way
there's-
I'm not
oh,
going to
man.
Michigan.
Damn,
now
dude.
because I
No
won't even
wonder
know.
why my house is haunted.
yeah.
Damn,
Isn't
dude.
that crazy?
That is crazy.
What were we talking about?
We're talking about your inspiration.
Your-
You
or
wanted-
life-
yeah,
life
you wanted
goal.
life
Land.
goal, yeah.
I want a lot of land, and I want to start getting into RIAs, so large
Yeah,
exotic
RIAs, yeah.
birds. For people that don't know what RIAs are, the
Brian loves
flightless
them.
variety,
Yeah, I do
so
like 'em.
ostrich, emus, RIAs, things
Yep.
like that.
Yep. Beautiful.
Peacocks, I definitely want some peacocks.
Oh, they're
too.
loud
my
bastards.
favorites.
Loud bastards.
It's pretty much a
We'll
raptor.
put them at the end of the land. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, they
real
are.
far away.
You'll be up every day at 6 o'clock with peacocks.
And you'll need to take care of
Yeah.
all the big birds.
You'll need it anyways. Yeah, they'll wake you up because you got to take care of a lot. I do love all big
Yeah.
birds. I love ostriches.
Especially
I
Big
love-
Bird. Fucking
especially
big
big-
fan of Big Bird.
Big
dude.
fan of Big Bird.
That's
Yeah.
probably where my love of big
It
birds
started at a
started.
very
Yeah.
young age.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
interesting. It was yellow and it was big and
Giant bird.
danced.
Yeah.
But no, I've had
Maybe a
lots
drug
of
problem?
fun. I've had lots of fun with emus, and I almost got into emus when I was younger. Seriously. Yeah.
What
Just-
around was that around the emu boom?
It was. It was
Actually,
right
you're
around-
right.
When
I
like
happened
emus
to-
were like $20,000 a pair.
Up to 40,000 a
Yeah.
pair. And it just so happened that a good friend of mine, Jeff Schrock,
funny.
made millions of dollars on emus, and he was a
Isn't
good friend
that
of mine.
great?
Yeah. So
love
Is he
that.
the one? What was it? A Detroit cop or something?
he was a Detroit cop.
Yeah, he
and
tried to get the noisiest thing.
Yeah,
he
the
could
noisiest
with
thing with the emus, and then turned into multi-million-dollar business. That's also where Forrest Wallaby came from.
Okay.
Was actually his place. He breeds wallabies.
Dude, it's
and-
all coming
and
full circle
kangaroos.
right
Yeah,
now.
it's all full circle. But we should visit Jeff when we go down there. He's got capybara just running around
Yeah,
like
let's
pet
do it.
capybara. He's got albino kangaroos. He's got albino wallabies.
let's do it.
He's got Bennett's wallabies. He's got so the emus. Gosh, what are they called? The white ones, not leucistic. They're like calico or something like that.
I don't know much about the emu mutations.
Can you
I'm gonna try to.
punch
White-
up like emu white mutation? Emu white mutation. I don't know what they're called.
Oh, is this an apple?
Yeah. Check this out, man. I wonder what they're called, but you can hit the images if you want.
Okay. Yeah.
I just want to see what they look like. I mean, that's
Yeah, these ones right on the right.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
these? Yeah, ridiculous.
so it's like a leucistic, really. You know what I mean? It's really beautiful. So he works with those two, and he works with a couple other ones too. He has a couple other.
Is it blonde?
I think it's blonde. Yeah, blonde.
Okay.
Blonde emus.
'Cause
That's,
that's
what
what
they
it
call
says,
them.
yeah.
Yep,
Blonde
exactly.
Add that
Blonde
to the
emus.
list.
Yes,
That's
that should be
cool,
top
right?
of the
Yeah.
list.
It's dope as hell.
I don't have.
So my buddy Jeff has
Jay,
those.
have you seen the blue-eyed leucistic Rias?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you got.
I gotta pump
look
that shit up, man.
That's number one on the list for me
Yeah,
right
that's-
now.
It was the Rias.
Yeah, Rhea. So RHEA.
Oh my god.
There's a bunch of ball pythons.
There was, yeah. Yeah, there's still a bunch of ball pythons, but still, these.
That.
Is there? I
Ooh.
want to try to find a full body picture. Maybe this one, right?
Yeah,
those are
that's
cool.
dope.
Yeah,
crazy,
Go right
dude.
there, right next to the ball python.
This one right here, down here.
One to the right. No, go back.
Okay.
Back.
There, the portrait style.
This one, yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
Ooh, it's sexy.
That is a really sexy shot.
Look at that eye, man.
Those eyes are gorgeous,
Oh,
and they're just
looks like
completely
me.
white.
Wow. No, that's cool.
They're complete assholes. But,
No, Rios
you
are the
know.
worst. They're the worst of the
Yeah,
three. You know what I mean? Like ostriches can be a
Well,
little
like
bit
here's the thing:
cantankerous too, but-
ostriches can kill you.
Yeah, because
so,
they're giant. Yeah.
Yeah, they kick you and you die.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rias definitely have the attitude.
Yeah.
Ostriches are usually pretty chill.
We're down in Atlanta, Georgia, in a field of emus, one ostrich and one rhea. And you were with me, Jay, right?
Not for the first time where you got your mic stolen.
But you were with me a second
Yes,
time.
yes,
yeah.
because they almost got my drone.
Yeah, the Rhea literally like took the microphone right off my camera, and I had to go chase it down and fight it.
Yeah, it was great.
I was like fighting the Rhea, you know, and I won. So there you go.
Wow.
So fuck you, Rheas.
Yeah, and Sean says, thank you for taking the time to answer my questions, and I hope you have a great day, and I do love your content.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate
Thanks,
you. I
baby.
appreciate all your support with everything and so on like that. So
I just want to add something.
Yeah.
He did say, I do like your content. I don't know if
Not
we're trying
love.
to, push Brian's ego a little far, but
Yeah.
I really want to keep it leveled here. That is a like your content.
yeah, like I read it as love. I think that's Sean.
yeah. I don't know how to like things. I only
Yeah,
love.
yeah. I think
It's on or
I think when Sean says like, I mean,
Beautiful.
he really likes it.
Yeah,
I mean, he
yeah.
really likes
Like
it.
he likes
Yeah.
it.
He's a little
Okay,
he's a little
okay.
reserved. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like in his relationship, he doesn't usually kiss in public. You know what I mean? It's like so. That's what Sean
He's
is.
not a
so I think,
PDA
yeah.
guy.
Yeah, so I think that's what Sean meant. Is he loves it.
Yeah, we read
So
between
are
the
you
lines
saying
here.
if this was the DMs, it'd be a little different?
Yeah, when he slides in my DMs, he loves. all
Oh,
the
dude,
time.
you should
Okay.
see the pictures he
Okay.
sends. It's
Okay.
crazy.
Sean, no, thank you, Sean.
That's all
do
I got right
appreciate
now,
it.
Brian.
No, it's always nice. So, so you're heading back tomorrow morning. So it's a quick trip in and out.
Yeah. Quick trip in.
Beautiful
quick trip
Michigan.
Out. I found that your highways are flooded, and I'm
Yeah, we're flooded.
I'm very
yeah.
concerned right now
Yeah,
that
yeah.
am I going to make it home?
Yeah, well, we got canoes, thankfully.
Yeah, that's how you're getting
Cool,
home tonight.
cool.
So.
That's how you're gonna get home tonight.
Canoober.
Yeah, canoeber. That's a good one.
That should actually be a thing.
That's actually a good one.
I don't
But
think
no,
we need a canoe. I think we just need one guy in a raised Jeep that's willing to
Yeah,
go
to
it. 'Cause
just
I
go
think
for
they'll
it.
do it, honestly.
Yeah, no, they'll definitely.
They're
yeah.
all about
this
that.
This is where we make automobiles here.
Yeah, and there's
Yeah.
so many Jeeps, dude.
There's
like,
so many Jeeps.
I always laugh at that. You know how like Jeep people are supposed to wave at each other? What do you do in Michigan though? You just keep your arm out the window because there's so many. I mean, it's unreal, dude. Every other car is a Jeep here. You know what I mean?
Jeep just started my URL thinking.
I already seen it. I saw GoDaddy
Yeah.
fly. You know how like in cartoons the money pops up in people's eyes? Yours just has GoDaddy's logo.
Jeep feet.
Yeah, just stop, dude. Stop doing it.
I got it's just like it's on my tip of my tongue. I
We're
know what I'm
almost
gonna-
done, dude. Don't
right.
talk about it yet.
Yeah, all right.
'Cause that's what's gonna
I'll
happen.
get the URL before someone else does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty early.
yeah.
Yeah, the price difference between like, so I go home, I have to board at like 6 a.m. in the morning or
Wow.
something like that. But yeah, the next one was like 8 and it was like $200 more expensive.
Wow.
And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna leave it 6 then, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Like if it's between, $400 and $800 between a 6 to 11 departure, I'm just gonna take the 6 a.m. and then go back to bed
I'm
when I
with
get
you.
home.
Yeah, I do that all the time when I used to leave LA. I fly out at midnight.
Yeah.
And then just take the red eye back because it'd be like half the price.
Yep.
And I didn't mind the red eye. I don't sleep on a plane. Like that's I've traveled all over the world. I mean, I've been to Australia 9 times, Africa, all over Southeast Asia. So I've been on long flights. I mean, like 16 to 20-hour flights. And I've never slept a wink. I just cannot sleep.
It's kind of hard when your seat is.
Yeah, I don't have
I
the
don't know
luxury.
how you can sleep like this. Is
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
yeah, I don't have the luxury of like I've never had the luxury of the pod life, right? The sleep down.
Yeah,
life.
yeah.
I've always said that's when I know I'm going to make it is when I can
when you
actually
have
have
a
a pod. I want the pod, man. I want to sleep down because I think I could sleep if I was laying down.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't say when I say I've never slept on a plane, that is a lie. I have slept on a plane a couple times when I've had all 3 seats.
Yeah,
where I can just like
right.
lay down like across all 3 seats.
Yeah.
I've like dozed off, not like slept, but like dozed off and on. But
It's very difficult.
but I can't sleep. I always tell people I can't sleep sitting up in my couch
Yeah.
at home. So I'm not sleeping on a plane, So anyways, my point is that I don't mind the red eye because even though I don't sleep, it's only like 4.5 hours from LA. So you leave at like midnight. And by the time you land, it's like 7 o'clock in the morning because you gain 3 hours. It's 4.5 hour flight. You watch like 2 movies and you're about ready to land. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It goes pretty quick, and you're at night. It's kind of cool, because especially on a clear night. It's really cool as you're flying over. You see all the lights in the
stars,
city,
yeah.
and it's pretty cool. But yeah, I'll always go cheaper when it comes to that stuff.
why not?
Other than Spirit, I won't fly Spirit. That's a whole.
that's my
I flew
favorite.
Spirit once, and
That was enough, huh?
Don't. I did American Airlines this time, and I just
that's
realized my plane is so small; it only has 2 seats per row.
Wow, yeah,
Isn't
that's
that strange?
I hate that. Those are Embraer.
Is that what they are?
Yeah, Embraers.
They're
yeah.
tiny little things.
Yeah.
They're
I
not
don't like
meant
'em.
for men like me.
I don't
The
like-
chunky
I don't-
men,
yeah.
They're not meant for me.
I don't like them.
I don't like them either.
Yeah, the thing is I've always said this. I don't like turbulence, right? I'm not a turbulence
Turbulence
fan.
is pretty bad on these bad boys.
Yeah, and yeah, when you're small, it's like you're bouncing,
Yeah.
man. You get a big plane, it's like kind of get
Yeah,
cuts
it's
through
like being in a
little bit
limo.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I don't really want to fly in private jets either. I've had a couple opportunities to fly private, and they're like 1 seat per aisle. Now granted, they're doing 750 miles an hour, which is a lot faster than a commercial jet, but you're still in a little tube. You're in a freaking toothpaste tube.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And I can't do that. That's why I like flying overseas, because you're in these giant planes that have, like 2 seats, 4 seats, 2 seats, or 3 seats, 3 seats, 3 seats, so they're giant, capsules. And it feels like you're flying in a living room at that point.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? It's like big, it's comfortable.
Yeah.
The seats usually are a little bit bigger. They recline a little bit more. And, but yeah, those little Embraers, I don't do those, man. I hate those, man. Especially if it's bouncy.
Yeah,
Ugh.
no bouncies.
Yeah, it was pretty bouncy this time, but I made it. So
And that's all that matters.
Yeah, I mean I one time had my favorite pilot, and by the way, I like it when there's a good pilot on a plane.
yeah, I need someone that's funny.
Yeah, I want someone who's funny, seems very confident.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Not
So
shaky.
shit
I don't
you
want
not-
monotoned flight
No.
attendant.
and I don't want the guy that doesn't say anything. Sometimes pilots don't say a word. Just like prepare for takeoff.
Yeah.
It's like, well, wait a second. What's going on here? Like, tell me,
Well,
give
I
me
need
some
the game
information.
plan,
Yeah,
yeah.
give me some information.
yeah,
Do you
we're
know
all
the,
here together.
Do you know the flight plan? Do you know it?
And can you recite it now?
Yeah, could you just tell me what the flight plan is? But anyway, so this pilot, I kid you not, stands up, and I'm not in first class, but I'm like in comfort plus, right? So I'm like 6 rows back or something like that. Pilot stands up, and he's got the telephone, so everyone can hear him, and he starts like this stand-up comedy act. He's like telling jokes.
I
and,
love
and,
that.
and I loved it, so it made me feel really good about it. But the one thing I loved, he goes, I've been a pilot for 27 years. And he said, the thing I'm the most proud about that is I have the same amount of landings as I do takeoffs. And I said, I go, I'm in, man. Let's go.
That's a good pilot.
That's a good damn pilot.
That
you
is,
know,
baby.
so he was good. And I don't know, man. It's when I get a pilot that seems like they're real young, maybe this is their 4th flight, I'm scared as shit.
I'd be excited for the first flight because he's all gun ho, and who knows? Let's just see what happens.
And I kind of feel like the budget airlines have the shittier pilots. Like
think?
I can't.
They have the guy that crashed, and they're like, well, he only crashed once. I'm sure Spirit, we can take him.
Yeah, exactly. It's like this guy isn't good enough to be on Delta.
No,
He can't make
Exactly.
Delta. It's like the G League, in basketball.
Yeah,
he's in the G League.
He's in the G
you know?
League.
He's not the pros.
You're lucky
he's
you
still
get a
getting
pilot
paid.
with Spirit,
He's
to be
still
honest with you.
Yeah, he's still getting paid. And that's the thing with Spirit, right? They're not giving you a better price because they're charging you $75 for
Actually,
a
Spirit was
carry-on.
more expensive this time
Yeah.
than American Airlines. I was surprised because I'm like, well, we can always fly Spirit if we're desperate.
Yeah, well, and the thing is that by the time you pay for your luggage
check.
and your carry-on and preferred seating,
$400.
If you want to get preferred seating, or if you're sitting in the restroom or whatever,
And,
then
they don't have built-in Wi-Fi, which
Yeah.
is just trash.
Oh my! And they
at
don't
this
have
point.
no TVs either.
No TVs.
No TVs.
You're just sitting in these cramped small chairs
that don't
Smelling
recline.
odors.
That don't recline.
at all. Like
Yeah.
some of them recline a little bit.
Yeah.
It's not Spirit.
No.
No, I think
You're
they
basically
incline.
just-
They
you're
go
in
the other way.
purgatory hell for
Yeah.
an hour to 3 hours,
Yes.
and then you get off and enjoy the rest of your day. So
hell with
I don't
that.
know.
MJ flew Spirit. I didn't talk to
Oh,
MJ
I always
after.
fly Spirit,
He
bro.
flew Spirit on the way back from to LA. Yeah, you're a big man. How would you fly Spirit?
Oh, pretty much just as uncomfortable as possible,
Oh
to be
my
honest
gosh,
with you.
that's unbelievable.
It's never great. Well, here's the thing. I wouldn't say never. There's been multiple times I've had 6 rows to myself.
Oh, that's nice.
You know what I mean? So like, not only am I chilling in my row,
Yeah, but not these days.
yeah.
You know
I
what?
haven't been on a
As
plane
a
in
matter
a
of
minute.
fact, I just saw, I read a news thing saying that the airlines are struggling because of they weren't prepared for
influx?
the surge of people that want to travel.
Wow, it's like
Yeah,
almost
they're
like you had
having
12
a
months
bunch of,
to prepare for
cancellations
it.
because
Yeah.
they can't get everyone to. They can't get.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
pilots. The what do we call them these days?
What's that?
Stewards?
Oh, the
Stewardess.
flight
yeah,
attendants.
the stewardess.
The steward.
Yeah, no one wants
Yeah,
to come back to work, and
Yeah.
the airplanes don't know what to do.
You know what I always hated is that when, and this happened to me many times, and I've never taken up on it, but I've been tempted, is when you get on a plane and they're like, so we've overbooked this flight by 6 tickets. Well, could 6 people come up that would like to reschedule and
Their
we'll give
entire
you,
family
and-
vacation.
Yeah, and then some. But then if no one comes up, they're like, and we'll give you a $2,000 voucher. And then I'm like, fuck, I should go do that.
I would just do it.
Like,
Let's be flexible, bro.
like, and but sometimes it's only like you get on the next flight and you get $100, and I'm like,
I'm not gonna do shit for $100. Yeah, no,
no way.
no.
It's my
But if
cousin's
it's like
funeral.
a free trip anywhere in the contiguous
Exactly,
United
yeah.
States, yeah, I'm in.
Yeah,
man.
duh, 100%.
I'll go get a hotel for the night and go fly to Hawaii tomorrow.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
So, but how do they overbook it?
That seems crazy.
They know how many seats are in the plane.
It shows how many seats are in the plane.
They don't even
yeah,
overbook
literally.
movie theaters, but a plane?
Yeah, when they buy the plane, they know how many seats are in it.
Yeah.
Well, what
I'm
was
pretty
funny
sure.
also
I would hope so.
is, so to choose your seats, it was only the paid seats, right? But
Right.
there weren't any other seats available.
Right.
So we just didn't pay.
Ah.
And it was like, we'll assign you later. And they just assigned us to the paid seats. I'm like,
Oh.
I just had to wait a day.
Yeah.
And I saved $42.
See that? Yeah, there's a little life hack for you there
Life
from
hack right
Dakota.
there.
Thank you, Dakota, for that life hack.
Damn, son.
Can we rail this in?